Hello, TFG listeners. I would like to welcome you to our podcast, Situational Awareness. As always, I'm Prisa101, or Kirk, and joining me is my co-host, Blogschnarb, or Eric, to provide you with the answers to problems that you never knew existed. But with that, let's get on with today's show. Okay, Eric.
Kirkleton.
How are you doing today? Doing good?
It's a pretty good day, yeah.
Do you feel like you're in the Halloween spirit, Eric?
Not quite yet. We still have a little bit of time.
I guess. I
feel like I haven't seen enough decorations to be in the spirit.
Do you think Halloween is going to be like simple this year, or do you think it's going to be really awkward and odd?
I think that it's going to be almost non-existent.
It's going to be almost not. That's how I feel too, but I feel like people are stupid enough for that not to be the case.
Yeah, well, so I've seen a bunch of like meme videos about like people trick-or-treating, and it's basically a bunch of kids like driving in a car with their parents, and the kids will like go to the edge of the lawn, and the person whose house it is will like throw candy at them, and then the mom will get out of the car and like spray it down and then pick it up with tongs and then place it in the bag, and then they'll drive off to the next house.
Yeah, I could see that being the case. I'd be fine with that. I'd use any excuse to like throw candy at kids' heads.
Yeah,
it's kind of fun. All right, that's about how I'd be completely fine with no Halloween. I'm fine with canceling Halloween. I'm at a point now where before Halloween was amazing because like I couldn't get candy myself, but now I could just like go to Walgreens and just buy like family-sized bags of Reese's.
As soon as Halloween's over, I'm going straight to Walgreens to get all that discount candy.
All them discount candies.
This video is not sponsored by Walgreens.
Eric, if God gave the world an option to reanimate our dead into zombies, so like they're like fully functioning zombies, like they, their skin's kind of still like rotten a little bit, like they don't look appealing, but they have their memories and they're like our family. They don't try to eat our brains or anything like that. Like they're not trying to murder us. They like coexist with us. They need to eat like food to like sustain themselves. Like their bodily functions like work.
So we're just bringing people back from the dead.
Yeah, we're just bringing people back from the dead. Okay. They die. Okay, wait, actually I have more notes on this. I even remember this. Essentially, we can't die. People respawn after 1 year. So if you die, you still need to wait a whole year before they come back. How does this impact society? Do zombies have rights? Are they slaves?
Oh man.
Why did I write that?
Oh man. All right. So what were the three major points? How does it impact society? So huge overpopulation.
Yes, that was going to be my thing. The leaders of all of the major countries, like NATO, whatever you want to call it, they get the choice. It's either a yes or a no. So like they decide if we're doing this or not. Do you think they say yes? Do you think we do it, or do you think we no? Because of like overpopulation and like some really awkward situations could arise.
Everybody after a year comes back to life?
Yeah, from now going forward.
And how long do they live? Like how long is a zombie's lifespan?
No one dies anymore after this.
No.
Like no?
No chance.
No chance? Why not?
Overpopulation, we'd be our species would die.
Yeah, there's
we
like
would
no
run
space.
Out of resources.
What if we use the excuse that we can try to like travel to other planets and like use the more manpower we have? Like we can make a bridge out of people, all the dead people. Like we could just make a bridge to other places.
There wouldn't be dead people, Kirk.
I mean, that's the thing. Do these people have rights? Like they're dead. They lost their lives.
When we bring them back, they would have their rights again. Maybe not all the same rights. Like, do they get sick? They wouldn't need health care, right?
What rights would you lose? All right, so they'll get sick. That's interesting. Probably not, I guess. What's the point of healthcare? Because like if you die, you die. Oh, I guess that like locks you in an age forever. Like you can't really get older.
Oh, then everybody would just kill themselves.
Like 23. Do you think that'd be like a part of the graduation ceremony? Like you graduate for college and then like you just kill you just kill yourself after? What if you're not satisfied with the way like how you are?
Yeah, I mean, I guess you could wait until like 32. Like when I called you in the car the other day and I was like, do you think one day we'll just be attractive?
Yeah. Do you try to wait that out?
Yeah, I'd wait till like 32 or 34 or something.
Eric's convinced we're going to become attractive when we get older. I don't
Till
believe
I can
this.
tell that we're like, I'm definitely not getting any more attractive. Like once I hit that age where I'm officially old, that's when I'd do it.
Don't you want to do it when you're in your prime though? Even though you're kind of like rotting.
I'm going to give myself up until that amount of time. Like if tomorrow I woke up and I was hot, I'd kill myself.
Do you think that's how it works? You just wake up
Yes.
one day like,
Yep.
wait, I'm hot now.
Well, no, I'm saying like if I put in the time and the work and like whatever, and I woke up a year from now, and I was the most attractive I think I was gonna be, then that's the point I would kill myself.
How would you do
Like
it?
if I still wasn't, I'll get there. If I still wasn't, then I'd like wait until 30s, 40s, but after a certain point, 42, 43, when you start getting that old, when that old starts setting in,
That old starts setting in.
that's when I'm gonna do it.
I'm curious as to what would carry over. Like what old things? Like would you be hard of hearing when you come back to life a year later?
What if you don't have ears?
What if you don't have ears? They
What
just
if
fall.
the ears
Yeah.
fell off? Yeah.
Ugh.
Maybe it'd be easier to hear because
Do you
don't
think
hear
that-
out of
do-
like your ear, you hear out of your drum.
Do you think there'd be a beauty movement? Like, you know how like just some things out of nowhere becomes really popular and like
ripped jean or ripped clothes?
like ripped clothes. So like with not having your right arm, like would that get suddenly really hot? Like, oh man, I really like cyclopses. Like girls with one eye
no,
really do it for me.
No,
No? No?
because humans as a species are attracted to symmetry.
Okay.
So as a whole, we would find that less attractive.
Is necrophilia illegal, or do we have to like legally make it?
Well, now are you in that 1 year time frame where they're dead?
No, I'm talking about after they come back to life.
Nah, that wouldn't be illegal.
That wouldn't be illegal. So do we have to like define that as something else, like frowned upon necrophilia versus not frowned upon necrophilia? Like okay, necrophilia.
Well, I feel like it's not necrophilia. Like they're coming back to life. Like sure, they're like dead.
What's this necrophilia? What's the actual definition? I really don't want to look this up and be put on a list.
I'll do it.
Get sexual pleasure from having sex with the dead. So what is the definition of death?
Yeah, a necrophiliac is somebody who's attracted to dead bodies.
All right. I
So
mean,
I
hey.
guess technically they'd be a necrophiliac, but I feel like once they're back alive, that's socially acceptable at that point.
Yeah, I feel like it'd be kind of be okay.
Is necrophilia illegal? I actually don't know.
I really don't want to look that one up. You can look that one. I'm not looking that
I'll
one
do
up.
it.
I'm not looking that one up. I'm not being put on a list. I feel like that's the question you ask right before you go to jail.
Sexual penetration of a corpse was made illegal under the Sexual Offenses Act 2003, carrying a maximum sentence of 2 years imprisonment. Prior to 2003, it was not illegal. However, exposing a naked corpse in public was classified as a public nuisance. I thought it was, but like I wasn't sure. Like that, it doesn't come up often, so it's not. Something that
I
keep
feel
in
like
my
most
memory.
people don't talk about necrophilia on the day to day. It's definitely it's a once in a while kind of conversation. So would you if it was socially acceptable, would you have sex with the dead person that was like animated and stuff?
I mean,
Someone you really care about?
like, maybe like. Is it like my wife died and like she
Yeah,
came back
yeah.
to life like
Yeah, of
a year
course.
later and
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah,
fuck
but
it, why not?
she's missing like a leg
Yeah, fuck it, why not?
and like one eyeball.
Now, another question. At weddings, the vows, you say,
That's the most part, yeah.
are you technically not married when they die?
What happens in that
Are you
1
just
year
able to
period
remarry?
where you're like you're grieving over your partner and you meet someone else that you really like fall for, like and the other person comes back to life, like that's an
Well, yes,
awkward
that's what I'm saying.
situation.
Like, are you still technically married at that point?
Ooh, I didn't think about that. I mean, it says till death do us part. I would say no for the first 5 years, and then someone would get really pissed off that it screwed them over, and then and then something's gonna happen after that. I guess if we're warned about it, it'd be fine. But imagine if it just kind of happened out of nowhere and people just start rising, like, "Hey, it's me, it's Jerry." How many dead people do we try to kill before we like take a beat and go, "Wait a second, this might be okay"?
Do they all get up at the same time?
I
I imagine a lot of them would get up at the same time. Like, there's gonna be a point where like it starts now, and then exactly a year from now, like 75 people are gonna get up out of the grave.
Wouldn't that be cool if you're the first person to ever be revived from the dead?
Maybe no,
That could
no.
no, it wouldn't.
Because
It'd be boring.
I mean, like you were saying,
Oh yeah, they
we're
get
probably gonna
assault-
murder the first.
Oh, we're gonna try to
you know,
murder. Well, I mean, they can't die. They're
yeah,
they're
wait.
dead.
So you can't
Dissect. Yeah,
you
that's
can't
the
kill
thing.
people at all anymore.
Yeah, exactly.
Is murder illegal still?
Oh, I don't know.
Because like people would be killing themselves in order to stay that age and stuff like that.
Oh my God, you know what? Too, if you kill yourself, you can really get sent to jail after, because suicide's illegal
Yes, in most places.
in most places. So like you imagine coming back to life and the first thing that happens is you get sent to jail. Like how shitty would that be?
I don't even think. I feel like you'd just wake up in jail. You'd be like, all right, 364 days. Let's move this bitch.
I was gonna say, do they preemptively have a room where they just put the bodies in and just
So-
like they wake up when they wake up?
Again, I'm gonna come back to this problem: overpopulation. Like,
Yep, overpopulation. It's a big deal.
we
It's a
would
big
not
problem.
be able to sustain this after like a year.
What if they didn't need resources?
Still, after like we'd run out of space
Just
so
space.
fast.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, we'd have so much labor now with all of these people. What if we just say, all right, listen, anyone who's died, listen, you had your life. It's over. Now you just work on super platforms on the ocean so for new space for you people to live. What if we give them their own island? What if we give them Australia? How long would it take before we fill up Australia with dead people?
Very quickly.
Do we just keep building up? I feel like that's the play, right? We just have to like build up like a Jenga tower on top of ourselves, like super cities, or we just find another planet. And we could do that with this new zombie workforce. We can send like we can strip zombies of their rights. You can just say, all right, listen, zombies, you had your chance of life. You're dead now. Now you're space travelers. You don't need food. You don't need resources to survive. We're just sending everyone out there to go look for habitable planets in spaceships. And now we have space zombie adventures.
No, because their bodies would still like freeze and stuff.
What? Oh, yeah, I guess. I mean, you know, fine. They don't need oxygen for I don't know how hard it is to keep.
But their bodies would still like cease to function, even if they're conscious.
I'm not like saying we're like, all right, listen, we're gonna send a spaceship up into the Earth's orbit and just
Do you know
start
how
chucking
expensive
bodies
that
out.
is, though? Like,
Yeah, it's expensive.
all right, so I ran some numbers.
Oh, you read some numbers?
Close to 65 million people a year die.
That's a lot of people.
It's a lot of people. So how many years of 65 million extra people does it take for us to hit a point where we can no longer fit people?
Okay, what's our human carrying capacity? Does that number exist?
Probably, but I haven't found it.
Do we just make one country like the dead country? Like when you're dead, you go to that country? That's it? Which country would that be?
Russia.
I guess. Or Antarctica. Come on, man.
No.
You still convinced
take
that they
care
can freeze? They'd be preserved.
Well, I mean,
that'd be great, actually.
but
They'd be
that- but,
preserved for longer.
like, if we send them there,
Mm-hmm.
then who's gonna talk down the
Take care
penguins?
of the penguins. They can actually be the army against the front, the frontal army against the penguins because they can't die. Oh my god! I just thought of what's scarier than a machine gun wielding penguin.
What's
A
that?
dead machine gun wielding penguin that can't die.
But what if it's missing an arm? Then it only has one machine gun.
That sounds adorable. Just this little flipper, just trying to wield a machine gun with one hand. Oh man, poor penguins. We really brutalize. I can't tell if we idealize or like brutalize the penguin name on this podcast.
I love penguins.
I do too. They're great. Are they the apex creature? Like are they
I
perfect?
don't know if they're the apex creature, but definitely up there.
They're up there.
I mean, are they land animals? Are they water animals? Are they flying animals? We don't know.
They could be anything. Perfect creature.
They're everything.
I feel like we're somehow, now that we've talked about this, we're gonna somehow make it back to penguins every podcast now and just talk about
It's
how they're
very
perfect.
possible. I think we did a great job at holding off as long as we did.
It
Now
was
that we've
physically
opened
pa-
this
it
can
was
of
paid.
worms.
So you ran the number 65 million dead.
Yep, 64,970,000.
Okay. I guess we're not. So next year, hopefully next year during Halloween, we don't have people rising from the dead.
Yeah, that would be fantastic if that did not happen. Hopefully next year at Halloween we can go out.
And get candy without getting
get
it thrown
candy.
at us.
Yes.
Eric, you know what? Next year, me and you, if it's safe, we're going trick-or-treating.
No, I refuse.
Hey guys, I hope you enjoyed today's show. Did we do these situations justice, or do you think you have a suggestion for us in the future? If so, leave us a comment. If you made it this far, then please like, subscribe, ring the bell, join our Discord, check out our live streams on Twitch, or check out some of our other content on the screen right now. Thanks for listening, and see you soon.